What is up, boys? Josh from Team Shuffles here. Today we have Mr. Mekk-Knight God himself. What did you do this past weekend?
So I went to the INDY regional. I ended up getting 32nd. I finished X3. It ended up being really big. So there was like 514 people there or something, and there was 10 rounds. So I ended up finishing X3. I lost my first round, then I won 7 straight, and then I lost my last 2. But it was a good day. I got my invite.
Yeah.
Really good tiebreakers throughout the day.
And some good stories to go with it too, I hear.
So I played Invoked Mekk, obviously.
All right, let's see what you got, brother.
So 3 Alistair. You have to play him. He's just generically good. He searches your invocation. 3 purple, 2 blue, 1 shifty boy. So I used to play the extra Mekk-Knight, the red or the yellow, but I realized that these are the only ones that do anything in your hand. So this one's just the body that you search just for the extra summon. Mm-hmm. So having the extra one, it's just dead in hand. Right. And then 2 Cyber Dragons. So this card is super good against Spiral because you can just Mega Fleet them and then it breaks the Appaloosa and the Trigate. Or you force them to activate the sleeper so then you don't have to worry about the pop too. So if you open any way to force the Trigate, then you can easily out the Appaloosa. The Appaloosa's not hard to out. Okay. So the Cyber Dragon's really good. It's also a light and it's a machine, so you can make the Alistair link with it going second. So sometimes I didn't most of the time I didn't even Mega Fleet people. I just summoned it and then I use it as an extender. So
right, or banish it from Akaba.
Yeah, I opted to play this over the Vishuda because extra deck spot and I thought this helped better against Spiral. So. Right.
Yeah. Plus, they can't. If you're going against Vishuda's an activated effect, they can just negate it.
They can negate it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I also mained 2 Kaijus. So these were really good. Obviously, I play them because you can Kaiju over the sleeper or the Appaloosa. Everyone's making Appaloosa nowadays, and they go first, so you can Kaiju over it. It's good against Geist because you can Kaiju over the Silk, and then so that way they don't even get the chance to activate it. So it's just good. It's just generic removal. And then for the Degeneracy. I played 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. This card's broken. Every time I open this card, I pretty much won. The amount of times that I activated a Desires or a Meltdown, and then they ashed it, and then I Gammaed their Ash. Oh. And then if I do that, I just win because I get 2 free monsters on the board. Right. So I literally just beat you. And then 2 Ghost Ogre. It's good against Spiral because So in my Spiral matchup, I Ghost Ogre'd his double Helix, and then I forced him to add to hand. And so then he ended on just sleeper last resort pass.
Oh, so okay.
That was super good. And then I think I had the Kaiju in hand to out the sleeper, so that was good. And then MVP hand trap of the day besides Gamma, DD Crow.
Remaining 3 DD Crow.
Yeah, so this card is really, really good against literally everything. It even came up against my Geist matchup. Whenever they add back off of Silks being sent or they Marionetter effect to revive one, you can just DD Crow or Manifestation target DD Crow. It's just really good, so I opted to main it. And then generically good, 3 Ash. I'm probably going to cut the hand trap ratio down a little bit. I thought that sometimes I opened too many hand traps, but I don't know. I decided just to opt to play a generic, just hand trap duck deck. Right. And then for spells, 3 Meltdown, 1 Terraforming. You have to play those. Only 2 Invocation.
2 now.
Yeah, so I used to play 3, but every time I open Invocation in a hand without Alistair, it's just sad. Especially in this build because I can't have as easily access to the Alistair link as I could in the other one because I played the Dangers in that. Mm-hmm. So I can't make it as often in this. So
do you run Desires?
Yeah.
Oh, you still do?
Okay. Yeah. So it only happened once that I banished both Invocations and every single Mekk-Knight search in my deck off 1 Desires in round 6. I still ended up taking the game, which is kind of funny. I was playing against Crusadia, and I just hand trapped him to death, and then I beat him to death with Purple Nightfall. So that was fun. But the amount of hands that I opened that were double Invocation, Gamma, Driver, I opened that 3 times throughout the day. So that was fun. I couldn't even resolve the Invocation. And then 2 Instant Fusion. I don't like to play the 3rd. I think it's bricky. If you open 2 of them, it's just dead. And I only ever want to resolve 1, so I don't really want to play 3. Right. 2 Mind Control because I can't play any more than 2 Mind Control. Mm-hmm. Still 2 Desires, so I'm considering cutting this simply because the amount of times that I banished my Driver off of it. Driver was my 10th banish every time.
Oh,
It was
really?
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So one time I had 2 Gammas in my hand, and I banished the driver at a deck, and I was like, how fun.
If you cut those, what would you put in instead?
Think about playing the Spellbook engine because I was
Okay.
considering playing 1 Phantom Skyblaster in here.
Really?
Yeah, so because you just want that extra normal summon if you don't have the Alistair. But I think I'm going to make that extra normal summon Blue Boy.
Okay.
I just want the one Blue Boy, so I'll play 3 Knowledge, 1 Secrets, and then the Blue Boy. Just so, like, if I have the Blue Boy and I don't want to draw 2 cards for some reason, I can always make Almirage with the Blue Boy, because he's like 800 or something. So you can make Almirage with him.
But you can still make Almirage off of Alistair too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why, that's why you play it.
Right,
So
right.
I can still make Mekk-Knight columns with him if I don't want to draw 2 cards. But, like, say I already have the Secrets in hand or I already have the Knowledge in hand, like, I can just send that from the other one from hand and then draw 2 anyways.
Right. Okay.
But then the last card I main decked was 3 evenly matched. This is because I'm broke and I don't have 3 Lightning Storm. But the amount of times that people just, like, set 5 and then they, like, just absolutely, like, got demolished because I just, like, evenly matched them. It's broken. So shout out to the boys. The amount of times people come up to me and go, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my boy Waz."
That's Waz, baby.
That's Waz. This is the Waz token, boys. So for extra, Mega Fleet because of the Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
Instant Fusion, Thousand Eyes. The extra didn't change too much. Kaliga, Purgatorio, Double Mekaba.
Okay.
Almirage, Secure Gardena, Alistair. IP, this is my biggest regret of the day. It lost me my round 9. If this would have been Lambda, I would have won the match. I had game on board, and I couldn't activate the game on my hand.
Okay.
So he had
Gotcha.
Overraptor Miscellaneous, and I had on board IP Mekaba or something. Oh, I didn't make the IP. I had the instant. I had an Instant Fusion in hand, but I could have made IP Mekaba. So it could have been Lambda Mekaba, and I had the Gamma in my hand, so when he activated Soling Overraptor, I negated it with my Mekaba, and then he chained Miscellaneous, and if I would have had the Lambda, I could have Gammaed the Miscellaneous out of hand.
Gotcha.
So that was my biggest regret of the day, but hey, it wasn't bad. 2 Nightmares, and then Abermax, Orlode, Boral Sword,
Yep.
and then for side deck, 1 red reboot. I opened this card twice. Game 2 against Geist, which was kind of fun. The 1 of red reboot. 3 summon limit. This was okay.
Summon limit for Mekk-Knights?
Yeah. So I can beat you in a simplified game state because my stuff's just bigger than yours. And if you can't get up in the Link monsters, I just keep running your stuff over.
Oh, right.
So eventually I just win.
Because what? You just normal Alistair and then special Makaba and you're golden?
Yeah, that or summon 2 Mekk-Knights after I've resolved it. You know.
Okay.
Usually I'm gonna end on Mekaba Pass, and so if I can have that summon limit with it, I'm already gonna have a Mekaba on the field.
Good point.
So I can still like summon a Mekk-Knight, shift, and then like summon another one or something.
Okay.
And then the MVP of my side actually, Solemn Strike. So this won me my Salad matchup like really late. I opened like Strike, like double Strike, and then I opened like Mekaba Pass, and he opened like the Salad Nuts. He had like Circle, Mining, Spinny, Lady Debug in hand, and then he goes Circle, Search Gazelle, and then so I Solemn Striked his Debug, and then and then he goes Mining, and then I ashed it, and then I Solemn Striked his Gazelle whenever he turned
Golly.
it. So that was fun, and then I just killed him next turn. That was game 2. I 2-0'd Salad in 8 minutes.
Wow.
So, and then this card, Spiral Hate, Block Dragon BA. I actually put it in against Fossil Dyna Stun, so I could turn off the Fossil Dyna.
Wow.
But I didn't open it, so I lost to Fossil Dyna Stun. And then 3 Twisters, standard. I mean, if I wasn't maining evenly, these would be in the main deck. So.
Okay.
And then 2 Nibiru. This card is awful. I did not put it in at all. Spiral, it doesn't matter. If you Nibiru them, half the time they can still put up a board. So it doesn't matter at all. Or they just make Apollosa on their 5th. So
Would you keep these in, or would you cut them to put something else in?
I'm probably gonna cut them and either opt to play Lancias or Drolls over them because Drolls still hurt Pendulum.
Right.
And Pendulum still just play around this. The Lancias, I would kind of side for. I probably would have played Lancias if I would have seen Orcus, but I didn't see any Orcus players like literally there at all. So
okay.
I think I saw maybe one at like low tables like early in the rounds, but I did not see any at top tables, and I was there all day. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. So I'll probably end up playing Crows over not Crows, but Drolls over these. So just because they're good against Spyro and Pendulum and generic Rogue. So
Gotcha.
but so yeah, shout outs to shout out to Austin Moore for taking me out to Indy. We had a good time. It was fun. Shout out to Jake. He let me borrow his Gammas because I don't own them.
He's a swell guy.
I'm the worst, apparently. So it was a good weekend. Shout out to Team Shuffles. Shout out to my boys sending out the support. We had a Goku spirit bomb in the group chat. So,
Yeah, boy.
well, that was my 32nd place Invoked Mekk-Knight deck profile, and I will catch you guys later.
All right, man. See you at Nats.
Yep.
Team Shovels out.